Oh nah, after Marly had their pockets ransacked, they really had to get back. And they were tired as hell at this man Eren. And rightfully so, cause bro really infiltrated their military, decreased their population, and was crowd surfing on humans. Nah, he may not be Dennis, but he's a menace. So Marly pulled up to his hometown, armed to the teeth, with thousands of troops, 50 airships, and Reiner. And Eren is some type of demon, cause he saw all of this and still decided to pull up outside, wanting nothing but smoke. I mean, just look at the strides this man was taking. He's clearly confident in his W. And I think it's partially because he saw who was leading the whole operation. And we already know where this is going. Anyway, Reiner spawns in requesting a rematch again, like the last time wasn't enough. And I know Eren is tired as hell at this. I mean, I would be too, cause there's no way I ran someone's fade multiple times just for them to spin the block. Eren was probably thinking,
how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Eren rushes Reiner. And I don't know what Reiner's brain was preoccupied with, seeing someone rushing him like that, because he gets his ass slammed into the houses. Like bro, are you serious right now? Your heavy ass can't fly, but you sure as hell could have moved out the way. This is exactly why I say Reiner is enjoying this. Like if a person was a fraud, they wouldn't say it, but there'd be signs. Anyway, the cameraman goes off to God knows where, probably the buffet table, making us miss valuable information. When he finally comes back, we see Reiner putting their hands on Eren, and I don't know what Reiner was on, but he had Eren on the ropes. Now, did he do any damage? Of course not, it's Reiner. But was it clean as hell? Hell yeah. Eren grows tired of fighting Reiner, so he grabs his arm and opens it like Thanos did Hulk and decks him in the face, causing Reiner to fall into that staggering animation, just to get decked again. Had Reiner looking like Two-Face for the third time. I mean, there's no way you're armored from head to toe, and you're always ending up in the same sorry state. Reiner decides he's getting cooked, so he pulls out all reliable, that has a 0% success rate and has been proven to cause harm onto the user instead. He tackles Eren and slams him into the houses, and I can't imagine being a Chikanchana resident and having to pay rent, cause this place stays getting destroyed. I mean, look what Beto did. Imagine coming home from a back-to-back double shift just to see Reiner doing whatever he's doing to your house that you're not fully done paying. Anyway, Reiner has Eren where he wants him to be, and he is where he wants to be, which is in between Eren's legs for the third time. Again, this nigga is weird. He loads up a left only to end up licking Eren's toes, and there's no way that one random ass kick had bro laid out like this. His ass gotta be trolling. Just when Eren thinks it's GG's, Galliard tries to sneak him, but Eren already read him quicker than Fullmetal that reads a comic book and spawns more spikes. Now I don't know why he didn't just turn around, but hey, Galliard evades, slaps those spikes away, and kicks Eren forward into Reiner's hands. And when did bro get up? I mean, his ass was lit out a second ago. He'd really be like those employees that pretend to be woke just because the boss is watching. And even then, he'd be doing nothing for real. Anyway, they get into this weak-ass tug of war until Eren decides to take a page out of Vlad the Impaler's book and spawns more spikes to impale these two, had them hung in the air like dirty laundry. And just as Eren is standing there, admiring his artwork, I hear a very familiar sound, and we suddenly see a 300 emerging from Eren's head. Had my boy on his knees and leaking blood like it's that time of the month. The cameraman pans and we see Peak, armed with the father of all snipers, shit looking like a Kraber. Now, you ask any Apex Legends player who has gotten a headshot with one of these, and they'll tell you that the victim is slumped for good. Heck, even if it grazes you, you're taking some damage. So while Eren's donut-shaped head is looking like my bank account, straight empty, Reiner and Galliard take this time to break free. They go for Eren intending to finally get their W, but Eren is somehow still conscious and spawns more spikes instead of, just leaving his body and transforming again like we know he can. Peak peeps that Eren still got some life in him, so she booms him again, had him hitting that lean back and relaxing like he's on a vacation. Now, while Peak is far away trying to reload that huge-ass sniper, Galliard laid out somewhere, and Eren unable to move. This man Reiner is the only one active, and there's no perceivable way of him losing this. So let's see what he does. He removes the spike, equips it, and impales Eren. Bro's out here like it's the medieval times. But now that Eren is pinned to the house, instead of using his hands, and ending it, Reiner penetrates Eren deeper. Pause. Like, why isn't bro just ending it? Now I have proven that this man is intentionally setting, cause he clearly doesn't want his losing streak broken. He's enjoying this. Eren realizes the type of situation he's in. Fighting Reiner is like fighting the weird kid at school. If he wins, he just beat up the weird kid. But if he loses, he's a nigga who lost with the weird kid, which is a crap situation to be in. So he spawns more spikes. And for some context, the War Helmet Titan's power can spawn weapons out of thin air, but it burns a great deal of energy. So while Eren is still fighting, he's fighting on fumes, and everybody knows this. Galliard thinks it's his time to shine, so he rushes in, only to be done dirty. He gets smacked away like an unwanted stepchild. Had him slumped on the ground with only one hit. Right now, I don't even know what bro's even doing here, cause he did nothing noteworthy in this entire fight. His ass is sorry just like Reiner, and I didn't know being with Reiner was contagious. Speaking of Reiner, he takes this chance while Eren is distracted and takes him to the ground, talking about I've got you where I want you, which again, you's a freaky ass nigga. He pins Eren down and tells him to leave the nastiest hickeys on his neck, just for Eren to put his finger in his mouth, which is also sus. and starts tearing Reiner's face. And Reiner, who has both of his hands free, doesn't do anything with it besides, enjoying Eren's fingers until he gets clocked and sent flying. And the cameraman had to give us one last shot of Reiner in his comfortable spot, on the ground, before panning to see Zeke posted up on the wall. And the writers were glazing this man from the camera angles to the smoke, even calling this man the boy wonder. And the glazing didn't stop there, no, because Zeke was actually putting in the work, taking out Marly and airships and troops, causing nothing but destruction. And Helena is a whole lot yandere, and I like yandere as much as the next person, and then some more, but her ass is straight up evil, out here posted up like Sukuna, Broly, and Zamasu. But you know what? I'm low-key fucking with her, and although her sexual appeal is close to zero, and just built like a man, I'd smash.
This is a sick Negro.
Anyway, Zeke continues monkeying around and spraying rocks, while Eren, who's running on fumes, is limping forward. Now the gist of it all is this: if Zeke and Eren touch hands even for a second, they may not be gay, but they can end this whole fight easily like this. And the others know this as well, so their mission is to stop them. But Zeke was playing great defense supporting Eren, because Reiner tried grabbing Eren only to get seasoned with rocks. Even Gellert got a taste. And just as Zeke was preoccupied with increasing the Marly casualties, that familiar sound rings yet again, and Zeke gets clipped in the neck. And with his non-gravity friendly build, he gets sent falling and crashing onto the ground. And that Kraber sound is good when you're firing, but when you're the one being hit, it is devastating. So Zeke is going to be offline for a while. Now, while Zeke is tucked in for the night, Eren proceeds to get hounded because Gellert was munching on his man's calf like it's some chicken leg, only for Eren to be like, man, if you don't get your weak ass on somewhere. And then Eren proceeded to do him like an alcoholic father does his wife and child. And this man Eren was putting his all. But just as he was busy administering discipline, that infamous sound rings on yet again, and Eren gets beamed in the face, had him laid out on the ground, and damn, I know she is snap and everything, but she needs to put that shit down and stop spamming, and maybe throw some hands. Zeke wakes up to see Reiner and Eren struggling, and I think I've made my case on why Reiner's a fraud, but you know what, I've got one more in me. Eren's literally got nothing left in the tank right now, and all Reiner has to do is pin him and end it. But Reiner really had the nerve, the gall, the face even, to try and ask for help from Galliard, who's looking like this. Like bro's beat, looking like mincemeat. Reiner is the only one with any energy whatsoever. Like, what is his ass doing? Saving it for a rainy day? Nah, I don't want to talk about this guy anymore. Anyway, Zeke decides enough playing around and prepares to use his scream. And now for context, any alien who ingests Zeke's spinal fluid loses their IQ, and in exchange they can be turned into a titan that's loyal to Zeke. Kind of like an STD, or in Zeke's case, fleas. And Zeke has secretly infected half the city's population, which is nasty, but hey, fair play. Just as Zeke is about to scream, Listener pulls up to stop him. His little brother Falco has accidentally been infected by Zeke. So if Zeke screams, his little brother is getting packed, which is, sad. So Zeke is like, I'm so sorry, my guy. My heart is deeply with you. But
I missed the part where that's my problem.
And then he screams. And even though I've heard bad for the kid, not really. As a chess player myself, I can acknowledge that this move was brilliant. Sacrificing a queen for a win, or in this case a pawn for a win, is fantastic. And also, as an aspiring writer, this scene is fantastic as hell. I mean, just look at it. Moments before a disaster, it's peak.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Anyway, Zeke, pretending to be devastated by his actions, commands Falco to go after Reiner. Now, Falco slams Reiner, but the writers knew better than to let Reiner lose that easily. But they also knew better than to let Reiner win anything, because they had to let him suffer. So he was stuck there holding Falco and Eren like two misbehaving kids. But Eren finds the strength, I don't know from where, and grabs Reiner with his fists before chucking him away. He gets up to run, but Reiner grabs him and does the only sensible thing in his entire fatherless life, which is clocking Eren in the face. But again, Eren is a demon, because he literally says that I eat that like chicken wings, and hardens his titan before breaking out and bolting. Eren runs towards Zeke, and seeing this for the first time, I remember thinking to myself, it's GG's, it's raps. I started cheesy and everything, but then the scene started turning in slow motion, and I knew something bad was about to happen, because soon after, that infamous sound rings out yet again, and Eren's head gets sent flying. And although I am on 2, I hate campers right about now. Luckily, half an episode later, we get shown that Eren actually survived by transferring his consciousness at the last second. And yeah, that's it. But before I leave, I found the following scene very funny. So for context, Zeke and Eren share the same father, and Zeke is genuinely convinced that Eren was brainwashed by their father, because that's what he did to him. So they access their father's memories, and I repeat, memories through Eren. So while they are there, Zeke discovers that unlike him, their father actually raised Eren with love and care. Instead of knuckle sandwiches and mean mugging. And to rub insult into injury, it turns out Eren wasn't brainwashed by his father whatsoever. From the day this man spawned in, he wanted nothing but smoke, which is shocking to Zeke. Now, fast forward a bit, and they come to this scene where Eren's father is about to eat the founder. But Eren's father gets cold feet about the whole matter. Apparently, he doesn't want to kill innocent kids. So Eren taps his shoulder, and he's like, Dad, what do you mean you want to kill innocent kids who never did anything wrong? You need to run their fate, empty their pocket, lock in, Dad. And Eren was right. These NPCs as kids were talking smack this entire time. And any sane person knows that if someone talks smack like that, you save the game and proceed to commit manslaughter. But yeah, Eren gaslighted his father into killing the entire Reese family. And this man wasn't coping whatsoever. He was having mental breakdowns and everything. So their father explains to Zeke that Eren has this ability that allows him to manipulate time. And he's been feeding him bits and pieces of information, promising him that they'll change the future and finally believe in the good life. And Zeke was shocked. So he comes to his senses just to see Eren posing on him, hitting that Sukuna, Zama, Suproli, and now Helena pose. On some, the weak should feel the strong type of energy. And I was all here for it. Anyway, some shit happens. Eren kidnaps Zeke and finally reveals his plan, which is to jump the entire world. And I might be crazy. But when I heard this for the first time, I was like, that's a great idea. Anyway, on some kumbaya power of friendship bullshit, the remaining scouts join hands and try to stop Eren. And tell me why, they were going this hard, because look at these moves Mikasa was pulling. Like, where are these moves when you were fighting Titans? And what in the Mortal Kombat finisher is this? Anyway, they were really trying to stop Eren for trying to save them, which is like, make it make sense. But yeah, that's all, folks. Wait, am I not to say that? Legally?